Good morning, Martin in the Philippines, and we're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So let's get to it. Challenge of the day. Challenge of the day, reaching out to people who need my help. So, people who are watching the live or the replay, please feel free to also type in the comments, in the chat, if you have any experience regarding the challenge today. If you have found something that works for you, feel free to share it with us because it might help someone too. So, challenge of the day, reaching out to people who need my help. So, quick inputs. Again, this is just based on my experience. Feel free to test it out for yourself if it works for you. The thing that I learned very recently, and I'll share this because I was very fortunate to attend this event called Business Mastery. It's like a 5-day seminar by Tony Robbins. In one of the sessions there was a coaching or a mastermind. This line hit me regarding the challenge. And the line says, "You miss out on what is not spoken." So, you miss out on what is not spoken. So what does this mean? Speak it and someone will reach out to you. The person in the team who was asking this question was wondering, how do I find people who can help me? The irony is that person spoke out her concern in the group with a coach, and then right after she spoke that question or that word out there, another woman in the same team suddenly messaged or said, "Hey, what business are you in? What do you do?" Like that. "Hey, I'm also from your area. Maybe we should connect." So, and it happened just in the moment. So that was pretty cool to see the lesson in action there. Now, what's another way you can do this practically? So throughout the seminar, I also learned this thing related to marketing and branding. Just keep it practical. One lesson I learned is called a one-liner. So I'll give you a real example. You could apply it for yourself too. Let's say I'm a life insurance agent, financial consultant. So how do I apply this one-liner? The composition, the structure is very simple. One is state what is the problem. Two, the solution, maybe your product or service. And then three is the end result, meaning how will it benefit the person. So how does it sound like? As a financial consultant, so I'm going to give it a go. Do you struggle with money and feeling financially stable? Through a savings plan, investment, or income protection, you can become financially stable and stop worrying about money. So the point of the one-liner again is not, as I learned, not to sound poetic or fancy. People who go through copy or like words, text like that, the simpler the better. So complexity is the enemy. If it sounds super simple and the lowest common denominator, like person out there can understand it, the better, the more effective it is. So you can refine this and make your own. I'll do a last one, let's say for Real Talk Lifeline. So do you struggle with I could say depression, anxiety, big challenges in your life right now? And do you want to have real, raw, and authentic conversations? Because through that, I believe you can actually overcome. Hey Lisa, she's waving on the live. This is so cool. So we're doing it right now actually. So through this, like in Real Talk Lifeline, I believe you could actually heal your depression. And this is actually why I'm doing it in the first place. For others, you could overcome your greatest challenges one step at a time, and then we move forward onto the next. So I'll keep it that simple. Some people might start flooding in. Hey, what if I have another challenge? Let's do it. Let's do it, right? So the last step I can give, this is what I just shared was from my recent experience with Business Mastery. I'll move on to another one, a local coach, a mentor I look up to. So Coach Elvin, he has his own company, Elevate Results. So he gave this super random a few days ago. He said, okay, if the challenge is, let me read it again here. The challenge is reaching out to people who need my help. So I'll speak again as like a life insurance agent or financial consultant. This coach, and he's a coach in sales, he trains people in real estate, life insurance, sales, like that. His tip was this, very simple. I'm gonna give a call to someone. I ask them, hey, for example, Lisa, on the spot, but it's cool, this is for fun. Lisa, how are you doing? Like, how's life and career? Now here's the secret, here's the tip. I'm not trying to sell you anything, and I'm not trying to follow up. I'm just here to update you. How are you doing? You know, people have been in COVID lockdown for a year. Sometimes they just want a meaningful conversation. And then really listen. If they don't talk about insurance, sales, a product like that, it's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm calling. So, ironically, what I'm learning is that makes you more memorable to those people. They won't buy today necessarily, but one day, since they remember that, hey, this person gave a shit, like they cared about me during the lockdown when I had no one to talk to, maybe they'll remember you. And I believe you have a much higher chance of them remembering you. And then maybe they will reach out to you. Because they'll remember, like, hey, you're the person who helped, and yeah, you're the one, no? You life insurance, you're in real estate, you're the real talk lifeline guy, like that. So that's another tip I got a few days ago from a coach who's in sales. So the last thing to end this alive, I would say, is why don't I apply the advice, right? I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I won't ask you to sign up for anything. So I'll just share to end this. Since I keep talking about deep dives and real conversations like this, those in the group watching the live, just check out the top video that I pinned. It's like one of the announcement. I try to put it up top so it's easy to find. If you're curious to know what a real talk or a deep dive conversation is, watch it, because that was the very first time I went live public with Coach Pam, and that's how I do my deep dives. So, thank you. I love you, and I will see you next time.